Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Leah's Love. I am thrilled and honored to be here with you this week. We are doing our free weekly oracle card reading where I give guidance on how to take on your week like a champ. If you are not already tuned into my YouTube channel, be sure to check me out at Leah's Love. That's LIA''S Love on YouTube. Subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications. That way, every time I post these videos every Monday at 9 a.m. US Eastern Time, you'll get notifications so that you are ready to take on your week like a champ. I cannot promise I will get these messages up as quickly on the other channels, but for sure they will be up consistently every week on YouTube. So check me out there if you are not already. I also want to acknowledge that we're nearing the end of Native American Heritage Month, and I am sporting these super cute hand beaded earrings that I caught from Ora Louise Boutique. That's O-R-A Louise L-O-U-I-S-E Boutique, who is an indigenous owner of this beautiful boutique. And one way to celebrate Native American Heritage Month, if you haven't already, is by supporting an indigenous designer or company. So go out, do it, celebrate the month before it ends. All right, so this week I did a reading in honor of one of my dearest friends, one of my favorite people in the whole world. She knows who she is, and the theme of this week's reading is pick a card. So I am going to give you guys one moment to think of one thing that you have at the forefront of your mind, and then pick a number 1 through 4. And then whatever number you pick will correlate to the specific message that I give from that card. So think of one important thing, and then think of a number of 1 through 4. So ready? Take a deep breath. Take a moment. Pause the video if you need to. Pick a number and a topic. Ready? Go. All right, let's get on into it. All right, so for my number 1, my group number 1, the card that I pulled for you is Go the Distance. And that is all about strength and endurance, right? So the message that Spirit has for you on this specific topic is all about you making sure that you understand that what you're dealing with in terms of trying to receive and or achieve this specific thing is a long distance run, not a sprint. This is something that I get the sense that you've been wanting for quite some time. It is something that you thought would come really easily, or a lot more easily than it has, and it feels like it's never ending, and that you don't know when it's going to come, if ever, to fruition. And this is Spirit's encouragement that you are on the right track, that you need to continue to follow your dreams, you need to continue to follow through, send the messages, make the calls, talk to the people, continue to do the work, that you are almost at the finish line, but that you just have to continue with a little bit more strength and a little bit more endurance, that you have felt very much like the wind should have been at your back, and like this, it should have happened very easily, but again, that this was meant to be a bit of a challenge and an obstacle for you, because through the things that you're learning and dealing with this specific circumstance, you're gaining a tremendous amount of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge that will help you in other ways in the future. So just embrace the journey of this, right? Embrace what you've learned, embrace what you've gone through, embrace the ebbs and flows. Know that you need to continue to fight, continue to work hard, continue on this sprint. You're almost there. Just hang on tight and keep up your good spirits, your good thoughts, your hard work. Keep it moving, all right? You're doing a good job. Okay, so for my number 2s, my deuces, I pulled Not For You and Protection. And this is Spirit trying to say to you, listen, I've been giving you red flags all along. You know in your heart this is not right, and you have not been paying attention. So this is Spirit being like, hey, wake up, pay attention to the red flags. This is a situation that you have been not just ignoring the signs that are trying to tell you this is not for you, but you've been kind of playing a game about it, right? Like you've been like, oh, well, if I think about it this way, or if I do it this way, you've been trying to find every little nook and cranny or every little route around trying to get to what it is that you want to achieve, and really pushing, like, well, if I take this approach, then that'll work, and if I take that approach, then maybe that'll work. But this is spirit just being like, no, it's not for you. And I've tried very much to show you that by putting up these walls, and it feels like, blocks, but really it's saving you from something bigger. And so to recognize that it's really important for you to have radical acceptance about this situation, and that your ability to have radical acceptance will be your faith, you showing your faith, and it'll feel like a door is closing, but I promise you a window is open, and that the guidance, the better thing is through that window, not through the door you're trying to walk through. So stop playing the game, stop ignoring the red flags, let it go, radically accept. That is your way to your truest blessing, okay? All right, and then my number threes. My group number 3, I got coming to the edge in protection. And this speaks to the idea of you living more in fear than you have been in faith. So on your specific topic, Spirit is really encouraging you to take the leap of faith. You've been thinking really logically and really strategically about this situation, and that is not serving you. This is not something that is going to come to you in a logical way. This is not something that's going to come to you without you taking chances. That it's really important for you to follow this heart's desire, but in order to attain what you like, or in order to get the outcome that you're searching for, you're going to have to put your faith into your higher power, that you're going to have to put your faith in the process and stop trying to control it from a logical standpoint. This is also, it kind of reminds me of the saying, if you take one step in faith, that like Spirit will meet you 10 steps, will push you 10 more steps forward, right? So it's just really important for you to lean into your faith and to lean into your heart's desire versus thinking that going about it, taking the safe route, taking the tried and true, doing what you think is going to give you the best outcome is going to work out for you, because it's not. Right now is time for you to show, to give your demonstration as to how much you're willing to not be in control, okay? And so leaning into your faith is really, really important right now, all right? And for my group number 4, my last group, I got chop wood in protection. And chop wood in protection is all about you not doing the work so far, right? So this is Spirit acknowledging, like, you've been doing a really good job of thinking about these things, like thinking about this situation. You've been dreaming, you've been writing, you've been talking, you've been, like living it up in the non-physical world in terms of trying to create this desire, but now it's time to do the work. Now it's time to take those baby steps or big steps, whatever you're up to, but because I can see that you haven't been doing it, it's, baby steps might be the best way to go, but it's really time to take the small steps that you need in order to make this dream come true, right? Or make this desire come true, or help this situation move forward, right? So you might have been standing back, kind of like letting things fall as where they may, or thinking like it's not really time for me to do anything about it. Like, now's just the time for me to think about it. Nuh-uh, that's not it. Right now, it is time for you to take action. And again, the best way to take action, especially if you feel maybe a little bit paralyzed, like if you've been in that headspace of like, I don't know what to do first, sometimes the easiest thing to do is just write down like the smallest things that you can do. Call that person, or look up this information, like do a little bit of research. Just taking the smallest bit of actions, and this is very similar to the last card, taking the smallest bit of action steps will lead you to such much bigger things. And so doing the work instead of dreaming about it is really, really important for us in group 4. All right, so just to go over really quickly our different groups and what we should be doing, or our messages rather from Spirit on guidance about that one specific thing. My group number 1, strength and endurance, doing a good job, keep it moving, keep working. You're almost there. Spirit has got you. Stay with it, all right? Group number 2, pay attention to the red flags. Radical acceptance, let it go, move on. The second you will let it go, better things will come. My group number 3, have faith. Have faith. Take that leap of faith. Most importantly, take that leap of faith. Stop playing it safe. Stop thinking that things aren't going to work out. It is time for you to give a devotion of faith. Jump off the edge, all right? Group number 4, do the work. Stop sitting around, dreaming about it, talking about it, thinking about it. Do something about it. Be about it. All right. So those are the messages that Spirit has for us this week. I hope that this resonated with you. The really cool thing about this reading too is that beyond this week, if you want to come back to it and pick a different number with what you're feeling that at that specific moment, this is kind of an evergreen reading. So feel free to come back at any time when you feel like you want a little bit of guidance on something, especially if you don't have committed to memory what I just said. All right. So anyhow, I hope everyone has an amazing week, and I am sending you all of the love. Take care. Bye.